Yo, what's up, guys? Joker bringing you another video on Path of Exile and how Season 3.22 has potential to be the biggest Path of Exile season we've ever seen. Let's take a little look and see why I feel like 3.22 is going to be the biggest Path of Exile league we have ever seen, right? So, to start us off, I want to go back to the past. I want to go to March 17th through 19th. D4's original open beta, right? Luckily enough for us, in April, we had Crucible League launch. So we can see a direct effect going from the first D4 beta to smashing player numbers that we have never seen in Path of Exile before. There was a 371% increase, but overall more of like a 30 to 40% increase in flat players going into Crucible League, in my opinion, because of the hype around the D4 beta and the amount of players that wanted to try out another ARPG. Jump a little bit more forward into the future, that brings you to the official release of D4. D4 had that 9.5 million copies sold, right? It says 9 to 10, so I'm saying 9.5 million copies sold. That sheer amount of players is ridiculous, in my opinion. We take into consideration the number one complaint about Diablo 4 right now, the fact that there is no end game in the game, and Path of Exile does not struggle with this at all. If anything, there's too much end game in Path of Exile. It's like 90% of the game is the end game, but we're going to ignore that for right now. Let's continue. D4 is having its season one in middle to late July, right? So the hype coming from the D4 and D4 season one is going to last long enough to carry over to the official announcement that happens at ExileCon at the end of July. The D4 season one is going to be ongoing for probably 2, maybe 3 weeks by the time we get season 3.22. So a lot of ARPG players that have just spent the time no lifing Diablo 4 are going to be looking for other games, especially if D4 season one does not bring us that much content, which, let's be frank, it's the first season. It's probably not going to be bringing anything overwhelming. And that's where Path of Exile steps in to pick up all of the slack. We need GGG to recognize this before we get into 3.22. They have to realize that the player counts are probably going to close to double, right? Because if we got a 40% increase off of a 3-day beta, can you imagine the amount of players that we're going to get off of 2 months of another ARPG? Like, hopefully they recognize this and it's addressed before 3.22, because this is going to be a really defining moment for GGG. This has the potential of bricking the start of POE 2 or bricking the start of 3.22, right? If they drop the ball on season launch or any of this, then it's going to be a huge detriment to GGG and the large amount of players. It's going to be good for like all other ARPGs in the genre if they drop the ball. But if you can imagine if GGG nails this to a point where the hype just maintains itself, then right now it is at enough of a delayed cycle that we will have season of D4, season of Path of Exile, season of PoE 2, season of D4. Right now, the timelines do fall like that, where we would be able to just constantly be playing an ARPG. And I am super excited for that. I want that to happen. Let's not even take into consideration Last Epoch and Torchlight right now, right? Those two are really great games, and I'm going to jump on Torchlight every new season as well. And once Last Epoch's trade system is out, I'm going to obviously jump on that as well. So we have never been in a better time for ARPGs than right now. I just wanted to say that, build a little bit of hype, hopefully get you guys excited. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Leave your opinions down in the comment. Do you agree? Do you disagree? But hey, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date with this and future content. And until next time, take care.